What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Satisfied Ken in the building, and we back with another video. We got a reaction video today. I know I haven't posted in a minute, but this is Baby Mama Culture Will Never Stop. Are we not tired? Let's get into it.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Tony Bria, and in today's video, we'll be discussing baby mama culture and why it seems to never be ending. Now, I'm sure y'all knew I was going to come out with this video topic sooner rather than later because it seems...
And actually, this is my first time ever watching one of her videos. My homeboy actually put me on. He told me to go He told me to go react to this video. So let's see what it's talking about, though.
as if the girlies are having low.
Just let you know, I'm not trying to bash any woman in this video. So don't get offended. Talking about I'm sexist or any of that other stuff. I'm just trying to react to the video and give my opinion and take. So that's all. So don't be trying to cancel me or whatever like that. Let's get back into it.
The quickest before getting married
Oh my
competition.
God!
The it girls of our
Why she had to throw DDG in there?
era are getting taken out the game one by one.
All right, let's get into it.
Let me scoot up to y'all so y'all can hear me a little bit better because
Let's go
we
ahead
have
and
a
hear you.
lot to discuss. But first, let's just enjoy what December content is going to be looking like. We have the Christmas tree. I wanted to show
And I
y'all
seen
my
this
new
video
Christmas
posted
tree.
2 months
I got
ago,
the
so
Christmas
let's get
sweater
into
on,
it.
and it
I know it's gonna be.
is my birthday month, okay? I'm a
Do it.
Christmas baby, Capricorn season. So this is how our setup will be for the remainder of December, the best month of the year. Now, before we get into the craziness of today's topic, let's start off with a little bit of positivity because, child, we are going to need it. Today's quote of the day is, I achieve great results in everything that I do.
Okay,
Today's
cool.
verse of the day
Cool
is
little
John
quote,
chapter 6,
I like
verse
that.
35, and it reads, Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty.
Amen.
And without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video.
All right, let's get into the video. It's my first time ever seeing her ever on YouTube. I've never seen her YouTube ever before.
Baby mama culture has become a bigger and bigger concept and idea
It has
within the
been
21st
bigger
century.
concept.
From shows like Maury, Paternity
Maury.
Court, to the
Oh
movie
my God,
Baby
Paternity
Mama,
Court, I
to
love
songs
that.
literally
Maury and
titled
Paternity
Baby
Court, I love
Mama.
that.
We're seeing this
Fantastic.
phrase thrown around everywhere. And with this,
Let's
it
do
is
it.
now becoming more normalized to be a baby mama.
I'm not gonna lie, it is becoming normalized to be baby mama. Cause the culture like we have nowadays during the young generation, it's okay to be a baby mama. I really feel like, cause some young women, some of these women look up to these influencers, and they have that babies, their baby mamas. I mean, even though the father of the kid is taking care of the kid, but some are still baby mamas and not married though, and we got to stop that.
And quite frankly, it is quite...
Cause personally, my opinion, I wanna have a baby mama, but I also want to be married. Also, I want to get my whole theory behind having a baby mama. I want to get married first, and then have a kid. Not have a kid first and then get married. I want to have my whole goal is to get married first, and then have a kid. Not have a kid first and get married. I don't believe in having kids before getting married. Though that's just my theory. Not everybody thinks like that though. Now, if it happens, I just have a kid before I get married. That's the goal, like not to let that happen at all. But at the end of the day, I still want to have baby mom. I still want to get married first, then have a kid like a couple months after, whatever like that. Settle in, get married, be married or whatever like that, then have a kid. That's just how I think though. Everybody not gonna think like me.
frightening that
I mean,
this
if you
is
don't like that,
becoming
tell you don't
a
like that. I don't care what you
normalization.
say.
Now, before we delve deeper into this topic, I am not sitting here judging anyone that is a baby mama, okay? Please do not go
That's
into
what I
comments.
say. I say I'm not judging nobody that's a
It's
baby
just
mama.
a topic that I felt that needed to be discussed.
And I want to
it's a
hear
trending
she has a
topic
great
that we've
taste. She
seen in
sounds like
recent
she
news with
gonna have
ladies
some
like
great
Sky
taste.
Jackson
Sky
getting
Jack-
pregnant by...
That this is crazy though, cause I remember when Scott Jackson was trying to hide her pregnancy. Scott Jackson's so cute. She bad. But Scott Jackson, like she going through it. But I remember when Scott Jackson, like nobody knew Scott Jackson pregnant at all. She was trying to hide her baby, and I guess this photo's from TMZ. I think TMZ are like some media platform, some media thing. They took pictures and they posted on Shade Room. I remember this got posted on Shade Room, TMZ, all that, and the whole internet went crazy. Talking about she went viral. They never seen her baby daddy, and they never seen this dude. And I remember one video, it was a gay dude trying to expose the baby daddy, talking about he used to sleep with bro and all that other stuff, all that crazy stuff. I don't know if that was real or clout chase. I don't know. I didn't look to it. I didn't go into it.
Someone that people would label as a Pookie or Ray Ray. And we'll get into that a little bit later too. But please do not take any offense to this topic. This is just to inform and educate as all my content is.
But let's define like, if I got a take, don't be trying to cancel me.
Mama. A baby mama is identified as a single parent, particularly a woman who is a mother who does not have a partner or spouse. And unfortunately, stereotypically, this phrase is geared mostly towards Black women. Why is that, you might ask? Well, let's get into the history of baby mama culture.
Where did baby mama originate from? She did her research.
I wish I had some glasses to push up or put on so I can get into my historian and philosophical bag. But y'all gonna take me for how I am right now. As does apparently everything, baby mama culture stems from slavery. During slavery in primarily the Americas, the family structure among the enslaved was constantly disrupted. Enslaved people were denied the right to legally marry, children were constantly ripped away from their mothers and their fathers, and children and parents were sold at any point and at any time. This was just the beginning of forced broken families within the Black community. And
so she did research. She trying to see where this originated from and all that.
Felt today in the decisions that Black women and Black men are making every single day. Now, post-slavery, believe it or not, African American families were a lot more stable than they are even today. Up until about 1960, cool. 70% of African American children lived in two-parent households.
That's 70% of African Americans live in two-parent house. Okay, and is this like back then?
However, this number dropped significantly.
Oh my God, how much did the number drop though?
In less than 40 years. By the mid-1990s, there were only about 33%.
All right, shifts in African American family structures. We got 70% in 1960. Then 1960, single mother households over 50%. 50% by 1990s. Single mother households. I can't see that at about 33%. Two-parent American households. Okay, so two-parent American households 33%. Single mother households over 50%. 50% by the okay. So cool. Okay, she got a whole little chart. Okay, I like this.
Two-parent households in the Black community. At the same time, single mother households rose from just 20% in 1960 to over 50% by the 1980s and the 1990s, which is absolutely astounding. Now, where does the decline of two-parent households come from? Y'all will be shocked by who called.
And I'm not here to bash anybody. Like I said, I'm giving my opinion. I don't care what you say. But I personally, I don't live in, like, my mom and dad have been divorced forever. I don't live in no two-parent household. I live in a one-parent. I've been living in a one-parent household, co-parent and all that stuff. So, like, I mean, you may say, like, oh, you don't even live in a two-parent household, like, or you live with a single mom. Like, I still feel like, I mean, not to offend my mom, because my mom still busts her ass every single day, take care of me, put me through college and all that other stuff. But I mean, I think it was my mama. It was my mama's choice to get divorced. My dad, my pops. Anyway, so like, I don't think like it just happened with her, because my mom was like never baby mama. She got married or whatever like that, and then she got divorced. So like, it was no just straight up baby mama, no get married. She got married first, then had me whatever like that. She got married and had me and my brothers or whatever like that. So yeah. So my mom was not just no baby mama, none of that. So she was married at one point in time. She been divorced for like a decade plus.
The demise of the two-parent household in the Black community. Honestly, quite frankly, I don't know if you guys will exactly be shocked. I think it's kind of obvious who can be put to blame as to why the two-parent household structure went down so significantly in less than a century. Now, the decline of two-parent households in the Black community stems from numerous factors, but the most prevalent would have to be the crack epidemic. Now, I'm sure if you guys saw the Netflix documentary 13th, if you didn't, I highly recommend it.
I never watched that.
You guys probably already heard a little bit about what the crack epidemic did and what President Nixon did to the Black community. In the post-slavery era, systemic racism and economic disenfranchisement made it difficult for many Black families to be able to establish traditional family roles that were working for white people. Basically, daddy goes to work, he makes a great living, they have the white picket fence, the two kids, the dog, they're happy, and the mother's at home taking care of the children, and taking care of the household. That wasn't something that black people were as quickly able to do due to slavery and being pushed hundreds of years back compared to white people. Black people struggled to find good paying jobs because a lot of the workforce would not allow black people to work at their facilities and say they did have a job. The pay was absolute crap. So this is what led us to the crack epidemic of the 1980s and the 1990s. The crack epidemic of the 1980s and 1990s had a long and profoundly devastating effect on black communities, and particularly to single motherhood. Here's how these two are connected. So if you guys do not know what crack cocaine is a hard drug that people use in order to feel a high. Now, crack is absolutely illegal, so don't go smoking crack, and it also causes people to literally lose their minds and can lead to your ultimate demise. So I do not recommend it. But this is what a lot of black people had to do in order to survive in this country, because our government was not allowing black people to have that American dream, unfortunately. So crack hit the streets, and it was in demand, especially in impoverished communities. Its low price made it very accessible, but its addictive nature led to a widespread dependency in those communities. And a lot of people were using crack cocaine or using any form of drug because they were just trying to make it. Unfortunately, when people feel like they can't make it in this life, they are likely to begin to take other routes in order to aid that pain that they are feeling. So a lot of black people, particularly, and it wasn't just black, let's be clear, decided to start using and decided to even start selling in order to take care of their families and to be able to make a living, because they were not able to find a stable and good job. Due to this devastating epidemic and the growing addiction to crack cocaine, and the president at the time, President Richard Nixon, declaring drug abuse as public enemy number one, he created the concept of war on drugs, which meant making drug usage a criminal offense instead of providing treatment for those that were using drugs. While
he made it a law, whatever like that, but
to reduce drug usage,
wasn't trying to get help.
The war on drugs instead led to broken families, economic hardship, and years of lasting trauma to marginalized groups and communities. The goal of this campaign was to reduce drug usage and the trafficking of drugs through strict law enforcement and harsher sentences. This campaign disproportionately targeted black and Latino people, especially those involved with crack cocaine, which led to the mass incarceration of predominantly men.
Male incarceration rates of sentenced prisoners under state and federal jurisdiction per 100,000 population, 1925 to 2016. President Nixon declared a war on drugs in 1971. The U.S. male incarceration rate increased almost 5 times. Okay, so if we started in 1930, 1940, 1950. It was at 200, and then just skyrocket all the way up, like from the early 2000s to 2020. Skyrocket. Oh my God, that's
in those communities. So how exactly were black people, particularly black men, targeted in the war on drugs?
Oh my God.
Let's talk about the 100 to 1 sentencing disparity. The 100 to 1 sentencing rule meant that a small amount of crack cocaine received the same prison time as a much larger amount of powder cocaine under the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986. Basically, getting caught with 5 grams of crack carried the same exact 5-year prison sentence as someone caught with 500 grams of cocaine.
Why is everybody still
Oh my God.
trying to learn how to skip ads? Just download Pi and move on. This Chrome extension takes 5 seconds to set up, and it
Why is this significant? Given that crack was cheaper and used more commonly in low-income communities, it was more common for black individuals to use crack cocaine versus white people who would use pure cocaine, particularly wealthy white individuals. So this law, meant to reduce the uses of drugs, ended up disproportionately targeting black people. And once again, this fueled mass incarceration, broke apart in families, and made it nearly impossible for convicted individuals to rebuild their lives. So how does this exactly connect to single motherhood? At this time, there was a shrinking pool of eligible black men. This was due to many black men being incarcerated for either using drugs or selling them. For those that did
she basically saying the crack epidemic made African American males not really have African American women not really have fathers and
due to gun
women not
violence
have
because
fathers
they
and
were
husbands
drug
and stuff.
dealers or
Most
lost
of them
their
drug dealers
lives
are in
due to
prison.
continuous drug
I'm listening. I'm
usage.
keeping
This
up. I'm
led
keeping
to
up.
many black women becoming the primary caregivers in the household,
Okay.
often raising their children alone. Keep on following me, y'all, because you guys are literally
I'm listening. I'm
hearing
listening.
how
I'm staying with
trauma
you.
and
I'm staying with you.
continuous cycles affect the Black community. The same
Okay.
cycles that we continue to judge Black women that are alive today for falling susceptible to. So with
Okay.
many Black women having to raise their children alone, they were unable to both work and take care of their children. Once again, raising a child is a two-parent job. Let's be
Yeah, I
clear on
understand.
that one. This led them to turn to welfare services and policies. And these welfare services and policies allowed
fix
them
my
to be
charger,
able to
bro.
receive aid to care for their children. Now, this sounds great and dandy, right? Oh my God, the government actually wants to help people after they ruined so many Black families and communities. Well,
Nah.
prepare to be disappointed.
Yeah, they
These
wasn't
welfare policies, especially in the 1980s and the 1990s, played a crucial role in shaping single motherhood in Black communities. Programs like Aid for Families with Dependent Children, or AFDC, provided financial assistance to single low-income mothers. But they often came with very strict and unreasonable rules in order for these women, these mothers, to receive aid. These strict rules enforced economic dependence and discouraged marriage or cohabitation, aka two-parent households. For instance,
Okay.
many states would deny welfare benefits if they suspected that a mother was living with a man. So if you are a single mother and you had a boyfriend that you moved in with, or you had a husband, you would be cut off from any financial aid. This led some families to cohabit without
Okay.
marriage,
That's
because once
interesting.
you got married, you were completely cut off. They weren't giving you any aid if you had a husband. So these women would be in these long-term relationships, hiding the boyfriend whenever the welfare lady would come into the house. So these Black women would become forever girlfriends in order to continue receiving the aid that they were already receiving. Because once they signed those marriage papers, they were not getting any aid. And mind you guys, it's not like the Black man was making a whole bunch more money, especially if they were already in marginalized Black communities. And then you had some women that would just flat
I
out
feel like
not
I'm like
date
in
at
history
all.
class.
Once their
I'm learning
husband
all
or
this
children's
information.
father was locked up in prison or deceased, they just would not date at all in order to make sure that their children were receiving the aid that they so desperately needed. And this is what led to a lot of people in the Black community, which we can even see today. I'm sure you guys know at least one friend that had this exact circumstance that I'm about to talk about. So with nearly 70% of Black families not having a male figure inside the household, a lot of these women depended on the matriarch of the family, aka the grandmother, or even the aunts, cousins, just a
'Cause I agree with her. Oh, okay. So like, I lived in a single parent household with my mother, and my mother, and I have two other brothers, and I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest son of my mom. Now my dad, I'm not the oldest of his side, but the oldest of my mom's side. And I really never had a father figure. Like I mean, he would be like telling me you gotta stay off your mama titty and all that other stuff. I'm a mama's boy and all that because I've been raised by my mama. Damn, almost all my life. I ain't mean to curse. Almost all my life, whatever, like that. So I've been raised by my mother literally my whole entire life, almost my whole entire life. I mean, I used to go. Me and my brothers used to go hang with my dad. Like we used to get dropped off, go hang with my dad or whatever like that for the weekend, and come back. And, you know, I was so like, I just really didn't like going over to my pop's house because I was so used to being with my mother and having way more freedom. I was so used to being with my mother all the time, so I had a lot of freedom all the time. So like for me, like going to my mother's house, to my father's house, it was two different environments. It was like my dad was like kind of I felt like he was strict, but when I look back at it, he really wasn't because I'm used to being my mom. So like he's strict. Like we couldn't like in my pop's house, we couldn't like leave the table till we eat all our food and all that other stuff. Like we couldn't, yeah, we couldn't leave the table till we eat our food, and we had to eat everything on our plate. And I'd say yes sir, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and all that other stuff. I mean, my mom really didn't enforce no rule where I had to say like yes sir, no ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, yeah, yes sir, no sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am, none of that stuff. My mom never really enforced some rules, but I've always had like I've never been disrespectful towards the like older people, my elders, whatever like that. Never been disrespectful. So like I've known like my dad taught us how to say yes sir. He'd be like yes what, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir. Like he taught us how to say that or whatever like that. Be respectful to people. That's why I've always said like I've never been disrespectful to like people older than me, my elders, teachers, and any of that. I've always like he has taught me, my pops has taught me how to say yes sir, no sir, like have manners basically to older people, my elders, whatever like that. So like me transitioning, going from mother's house to my father's house, like way different environment, more strict, made sure I managed, eat all the food, and then like I remember one time, like my brother didn't want his food. My brother didn't want his food. Cause both my brothers are like picky eaters, so one of them didn't want their food one time. So like I told him like I'll eat that food for them so they can get up from the table. Like we couldn't have no. Yeah, I told him like one time I'll eat their food so y'all can get up from the table and leave. Cause I'm not no picky eater. Like I'll eat anything. Like that's about me. I eat anything. Like I'm not no picky eater at all. People who like to be picky, I'm not picky, none of that. So I eat anything. So like yeah. So I'm just chilling, whatever like that. So one day, like I said, one day I ate I ate one of my brother's food because he's picky, and then my stepmom whatever found out. So yeah, like, but that's like I used to eat my food early, like, and we couldn't get no drink for real till after we finished our food. Like just trying to put a dare or whatever like that. Couldn't have no drink for real till we finished our food or like fill up our drink. It'd be like a little bit. It wouldn't. We couldn't OD. Like he'll make the plates for us. He'll do our cups, whatever like that. Like fill up a little bit. Like you know how parents when they, you know how your parents when they feel your like it make. I mean they make your plate kind of evenly or whatever like ration out. But then you know when it comes to that drink though, when it comes to that cup, they pour some juice. It'd be like say this cup. It'd be like to like right there, like a little bit in that cup, literally. And I used to be that way used to make me mad though, cause like why am I just ate all this food and why am I getting all this little stuff in my cup though? Like come on now, that ain't real. So yeah, so we doing all that. So I mean I had manners and then also my dad had a dog and I'm not really no animal friend. I'm not no friendly animal. I'm not no animal lover at all. Like I literally don't have no pets. I never grew up with no pets in my mother's house at all, literally. And I think that's one of the reasons I didn't like going over there either. Cause my father had a dog. This wasn't no little dog. This was a big dog, and I used to be scared. It was a girl dog. I can't remember if it's a boy or a girl. I used to be scared of that dog. Like we all used to be scared. Me and my brothers, and then he also ended up having a cat also. So like me and my siblings, me and my brothers, two brothers, never like we never grew up with animals and none of that. We never grew up with animals or none of that. So like it was like weird going over there because we used to be hopefully like the dog used to be in the cage. We used to be scared, and my dad tried to make us like more like being calm with animals, like the dog or whatever like that. Be more friendly with the dog and like trying to get us like dog, but like none of us never grew to like any animals. That's why I'm still scared of animals to this day to a certain extent, but not really. Like I kind of like growing up a little bit, kind of like my partner, my homeboy, his dog, like my friend, his my homeboy, his dog, he got a Doberman, 10 months old. I ain't gonna lie, I like that. I like that little dude. I like that little dude. So yeah, so like I never grew up with animals, whatever like that, but I've kind of grown up more and kind of like lean towards like liking animals, certain animals. Like since the Doberman, his dog was 10 months old. He met my homeboy, his 10 months old dog. He big, like dog big. At 10 months, like 60, 70 something pounds, whatever like that. Like I've grown to like adapt to animals and all that other stuff. Well, adapt to him as a dog, like versus other animals. No, I'm not adapting to other animals. So like yeah, so and then the other like other his homegirl, like we and her cool. Like she got a little puppy. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that dog either. I was like, I'm scared of that. She like, how you scared of what's called my homeboy named Colin? She's like, how you scared not scared of his dog, but you scared of her little dog? I was like, I don't know this dog like that. So like me going to my father's house, having dogs, he having a dog and a cat. I didn't really like animals like that. I so I'm kind of growing up, kind of like animals. It was just like more strict over there because not playing the game at a certain time and like having him asking for everything, going to his room, being scared. I think it was like me, my brothers being more scared to ask, cause you know how like you and your siblings always are like, you got a parent, you live with your parents, whatever, a parent or two, and you be scared, you be like, oh, you go ask them, no, you go ask them or whatever like that. We was like that with my pops or whatever like that, cause we used to say like, nah, they used to try to make me go ask them, cause I'd be the one to go down and ask them, Cause my brother's always scared and shy to go ask him stuff, but I'll be the main one. It's crazy. He did get on us stuff about that one day, talking about like why they don't ask, whatever like that. And I was the one always asking because I was gonna be bold. I was the oldest, so I was gonna be bold and go ask whatever like that. So yeah, so like me being the over there versus like in my house more free. I can go downstairs anytime I want to, eat anytime I want to make my drink, all that. I think it's just more lenient, just more freedom at my mom's house than versus my dad's house. That's why I really like going over there with animals and stuff and all that and be more strict. I mean, but I'm still respectful to people. I say yes sir, no sir, no ma'am, all that other stuff. I'm never disrespectful. I've never been disrespectful kid. I've always been a good kid growing up. I've never been in trouble, none of that. It's been none of that. So like I've always been a good kid. But let's get back to the video. I know I was yapping for a minute.
Families were led by women, and this heavily shifted the caregiving responsibilities from men.
I know
to
that was
women.
kind of long.
And mind you, as we all know,
session,
the American dream was for the man to take care of the household in terms of providing food for the house, paying the bills, and the woman just had to maintain the home. But now black women were doing it all, even after their children were grown, because they become aunties and grandmas, and now they're taking on that responsibility because black men were incarcerated due to the systems that the government set up.
That's understandable.
This is one component.
Because I've grown up with my mother for most of my life, and my mama has put me through college. Both my brothers through college. Like we've all grown up. My youngest brother is 18 years old. We all in college. Well, yeah, we're all in college, whatever like that. So like she's done everything. Like I've never heard my mother break down. I've never heard my mama cry, or like I never seen her sad or cry. She's mostly probably stressed out or whatever, irritated. But I've never seen my mama cry. Never seen her break down, none of that. So like I've just been like, she's just like so I ain't gonna say she's so independent. Like she's so independent. Like she works for everything, try to get everything for us, never try to like tell us no and any of that. That's why I'm like, I feel like people be calling me spoiled or whatever. Like people be thinking I'm the only child, but I have two other brothers. She try to make sure I have everything and try to make sure I'm good and all that other stuff. And I'm grateful for that. And I thank God every day that I have a mother that's caring and loving, even though my mom tends to get on my nerves sometimes, but it's always for the best bet. It's always for the reason and all that other stuff. But we at 12:08. We got some time left. But yeah.
Component that I think led to the whole "I don't need no man" rhetoric that so many black women go by. It's very interesting because
that's what most black women nowadays say. They be like, they say I don't involve my wife around no dude, or
we kind of were forced
I don't need
to
no
have
dude.
this mindset. Our
I'm independent. I can do it on my own and all that stuff.
had to do this on their own due to the system
that's what
set
most
in
black
place
women
to
I encounter
keep
said.
us back.
They don't need no dude for anything.
But even now, we see when I hear certain women speak on the fact that they don't need a man in order to raise a child, when that's not what even God intended for us. But I'm definitely not going to just talk down on this aspect of how black families function. I honestly find it commendable that black women were able to find that support within their families to raise their children. So while these extended family members did provide support for these mothers, studies show that there were and currently are connections to several things that continue to set the black community back. Lack of a father figure in the household led to connections to increased poverty, teenage pregnancies, and ongoing societal challenges, aka dating, going to school, finding a good job, so on and so forth. Now, I also want it to be very clear that I do not believe the crack epidemic is an individual problem. It was not the single mothers or even the incarcerated fathers that led to generations of trauma. This was a consequence and result of systemic racism, economic inequality, lack of support, and policy failures. If the government took time to aid people with treatment versus incarcerating them for a problem that they had, which is being an addict, which is an illness, I think we'd be having a very different conversation today. But understanding the Black American history is absolutely crucial to addressing the ongoing problems that we are having today with the continued prevalence of baby mama culture. So now let's get into why baby mama culture is still relevant today.
So why baby mama culture still relevant?
There has now been a glamorization of baby mama culture.
It has been,
and that is due to what we see in media. Though I do find
that's why I also feel like social media is corrupting. That's why I feel like one day I don't like to be on social media like that all the time. I really don't. I really don't like to be on social media when I'm promoting a YouTube video or trying to promote a YouTube video on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, anything, Snapchat. That's the only time I really try to, like, since I've been taking a break, I've just been on Instagram, But the only reason I'm on social media or any platform, any social media platform, is just to promote, like post my video link, see if people support me, come like say come support, come tune in a new video, come watch, subscribe, and all that. That's the only time I'm really on YouTube. Any other time, like if I'm not making a video, I'm on YouTube just looking stuff like that. So I feel like social media is corrupting a lot of people's brains. Like from not, I see some dumb takes on social media saying no man should work a 9 to 5. A man shouldn't like um, people shouldn't be working. No, not even man. People shouldn't work 9 to 5s. People should have a house by 21, 20, 22. Like young 20s. Like nobody should be. You should not be with your living in your parents' house in college while you 20, 21, 22, 23. Like young. I see dumb takes all the time. And like same with like baby mama. I see like a lot of celebrities are like on their third or fourth, fifth kid, and third or fourth, like they're on the third or fourth, fifth kid. See, like, and they are still baby mamas at the end of the day. And that's not gonna just that's not. I'm not even gonna just talk about like the woman, but it's also like Nick Cannon got like how many kids? Nick Cannon had like 12, 13 kids with like I don't know how many baby mamas Nick Cannon got because it's too many to remember. I just know he got a lot of kids. Same with Future. Future got a lot of kids also. Future has like 10. Oh, how many Future? Future got like 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many kids Future got. Same with Young Boy got a lot of kids though too. So it's like baby daddy and baby mama culture are kind of in the same thing, but not really though. But yeah.
Hood movies you would see on BET, and even like those like little hood stories, The Coldest Winter Ever, or like those little high school series books that people would read. I found them to be very entertaining, but they also did help to lead to the normalization of baby mama culture. Once again, I mentioned shows like Maury, Paternity Court, heck, even Jerry Springer, that would kind of make baby mama culture seem hip or trendy. But I don't think that it became desirable until the 2010s, because when we saw baby mama culture in the past, it was seen as ghetto. You would see poverty, you would see struggle, but then there was a glamorization of it when we started going on social media. And that was when there was a very clear boost of popularity of baby mamas, and not just popularizing them, but also showing being a baby mama does not mean that you're poor, being a baby mama does not mean that you're struggling, and being baby mama does not mean that you are in the hood. And that was because of the rapper baby mama aesthetic. Influencers like Jada Cheese, Ella Bands.
Wait, huh? Ella Bands? Who are Ella Bands?
The rapper baby mama aesthetic. Influencers like Jada Cheese, Ella Bands, Ari Fletcher, India Royale, and that's just to name a few. They push the trend of baby mama culture, whether they intended to or not. I'm not putting the blame on these women, but they definitely kind of altered the imagery of a baby mama. So these women were all well-known rapper girlfriends turned rapper baby mamas. So Jada Cheese was with Lil Baby, Ari Fletcher was with G Herbo, India Royale was with Lil Durk. I think she's still with Lil Durk.
She's still with Durk. She's still with Durk.
Currently incarcerated. Once again, it's a system and a cycle repeating itself over and over again. It's so bad. And then Ella Bands was with A Boogie with the Hoodie, another rapper. So these women were very popular on social media.
Boogie with a Hoodie.
People were just really liking rapper baby mamas. I would say like in 2015, 2016, 2017, you would see whenever a rapper posted their girlfriend, she would get a really big boost in followers and popularity. And that was due to these ladies documenting their relationship with their already popular and rich baby daddies. So beautiful. These young girls would see the lavish gifts that these rappers would buy their baby mamas. They would see the lifestyle that these rapper baby mamas were provided. Trips, wads of cash, bust down wigs, designer clothes, designer bags, sports cars. These girls were just showing and documenting all the stuff their boyfriends / baby daddies would get. Then there was the romanticization of their toxic relationships.
You've been in, of course, a pretty public relationship. Now, I don't know what's going on now. The ladies want to know, so I got to ask, what's the status? Is it single? Is it taken? Is it complicated?
Is
it all of the above?
It's taken. It just, we be going through our ups and downs, but that's regular relationship stuff,
Yeah. I mean, you ain't going through nothing that ain't nobody else been through.
Ain't gonna be, how to act like everything perfect, but we here still,
Yeah, that's good.
All these couples I listed would each openly discuss the amount of infidelities that their rapper baby daddies were committing on them. But then they would go right back to their man after he bought them a very nice gift, and the girls would continue posting these men, and these girls were like, oh my god, like it's so romantic. Like the entire concept of I I'd rather cry in a Bentley versus a Nissan Altima is insane, but that is heavily promoted due to rappers like Future saying things like that and making it seem as if money is more prioritized than your respect and your womb. And just overall, these young girls would idolize the crap out of these women.
He cheated on you. Why you stay with that nigga? I think he cheated on you.
Huh? No, I didn't hear you for real. What you say?
I said it was a rumor that he cheated on you. I don't know if you confirmed it or not.
No, he
cheated.
So why did you stay with him? I think he cheated on you. What made you forgive him? I say that because everybody cheat. Let's be real.
No, don't say everybody cheat.
On the floor.
Everybody do not cheat. I don't cheat. Don't say everybody.
But no, I was off him though. Like on some real shit, I was straight on him. I wouldn't talk to him nothing. Like I cold turkey cut that off. Almost.
As you should. Okay, no, for real. Why you took him back?
Because I feel like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave him and I'm gonna go be with somebody else, and he gonna cheat too. Like, hopefully he don't, but he gonna cheat too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I'm gonna keep getting cheated on by the rest of the 30. So I might as well stay here and give him another chance and see if he
I
can
don't want to
figure
do
it
things
out.
like
And
that
I'm
though.
almost certain these young
It's
girls
like
that were idolizing.
it's like trauma from like their last relationship, so they think every dude done wrong, every dude has did it wrong. I mean, dudes be thinking like that also. Like if I was to get cheated on a girl, I'd be moving different too though. Like I'd be moving like I'm a superhero, supervillain, take over the city type thing. Like I'd be moving like you can't trust none of these girls, none of them. It's like women and men think the same when they both get cheated on. Like same with a woman, be like, oh yeah, he cheat on me, so everybody else gonna treat me wrong, cheat. Same with dudes, they be like, oh, she cheat on me, she want to go link with another dude, go see another dude. Yeah, next shawty gonna do the same thing. It's all a cycle, bro. Never end a cycle.
And these women probably didn't even have dads at home themselves. I mean, unfortunately,
She said probably never had
67% of
dads
black
at home.
children are born into single-parent households.
Okay.
And typically, when there is a single-parent household, it's the mother caring for the child. So a lot of these young ladies were looking at these women because they didn't exactly see a healthy relationship in their own lives. And maybe their mothers were struggling and couldn't take care of them because they were single mothers. So they're idolizing the fact that these girls are with these wealthy men and they're having their way. The entire movement of the rapper baby mama just turned into an increasingly repetitive aesthetic. And we see it every day on social media. We constantly are seeing new baby mamas pop up everywhere. And this is not to just blame these women for getting pregnant by these rappers or getting pregnant in general. These men are slinging everything but the word of God everywhere. The rappers and male celebrities in general are way worse than the women. Unfortunately, the baby mamas are the ones getting dragged when we need to start blaming the baby daddies too. Rappers like NBA YoungBoy, Future, Offset, and P. Diddy are known for having several baby mothers. I mean, I believe NBA YoungBoy has like 10 or 11 baby mothers today. Let's look that up actually before I get sued. At just the ripe age of 25, NBA YoungBoy allegedly has 9 baby mothers. Is that not preposterous? And we just turn our head and like, oh God, look at him, he got another girl pregnant. But then we drag the baby mamas that are continuously getting pregnant by him versus dragging him, who needs to clearly get neutered. Now, I'm not gonna let the ladies get away with it too much because, child, when do y'all draw the line at being baby mama number something, okay? I don't understand why we're continuously getting pregnant by men that are not marrying the women that they are impregnating, especially when carrying a child is so dangerous. But we'll get into that a little bit later. And we can't forget our actors, Eddie Murphy, Nick Cannon.
Wait,
he
Eddie Murphy,
happily spreads his
Yeah,
semen, and all the women
say.
know that he does, and they're okay with it too. It's just the continuous normalization of broken households that is absolutely disgusting me. And I don't even want to just say the normalization of the broken households. I want to say the intentionality of creating broken households. Because if you're hooking up with someone unprotectedly and you guys know you guys aren't together, but then you guys conceive a child and you decide to keep that child knowing you're not together, that's purposely creating a broken household. And y'all are not about to say that I am minimizing baby mamas by saying that. But once again, we'll get into that a little bit later. So while we're dragging the baby mamas, we need to drag the baby daddies too. And that's to summarize that point, because these men are having so many children. I don't even want to say they're breeding so many children like they're dogs. Well, they're not far off, I guess. And in terms of the rapper baby mama aesthetic, some women are entirely skipping the concept of being a girlfriend, let alone a marriage, in order to achieve the star spot of being a rapper baby mama. Because from what they've seen from the Ari Fletchers and the Jada Waitas or Jada Cheese, whatever you want to call her, they see the lavish lifestyle and clout you can get from being attached to one of these rappers, not thinking of their child that they're potentially leading to a very traumatic lifestyle due to just having this stigmatized label. We constantly see skits of people talking about their baby mama and baby daddy, and we have people like Sexy Red creating songs highlighting being a baby mama or creating lyrics saying that. In her song, what's it called? Babe, I love you, you my everything. That song, I'm forgetting the name of the song. She literally says in the lyric, I'm your main B, F a wedding ring. Like right away, that just promotes the entire concept of that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Sexy Red is one of the ones that's normalized being a baby mama. Not trying to bash anything, but she is normalizing it, and we need it to stop. Look at that lyric. I'm your main F a wedding ring. Like, come on now.
Or die without even getting a marriage. And the crazy part is, even the black girls that,
like I said, bro, my opinion, I don't want to be slinging none of that, like my pops or whatever like that. I want to just find one woman, one beautiful woman, settle down, get married, then have a kid. I'm not having 3, 4, 5 different baby mamas. That I just couldn't see myself with that, because I already know having a kid is already hard enough, and having different baby mamas and different kids and worrying about baby mama drama, I don't have time to deal with all that, because I get irritated fast and I'll be ready to crash out.
we look up to that are celebrities or have a platform that you would never suspect would end up in this same situation where we're saying that they're baby mamas, they have even caught the pregnancy bug. We have people like Keke Palmer, Sky Jackson, Naomi Osaka, Halle Bailey, falling pregnant by men that will not put a ring on their finger. I think what disappointed so many people about these women in particular is that they were considered role models
Corday and
to
Naomi
a lot
Osaka was
of
having
young
a kid.
girls. And I'm
I
not,
did not know
saying
that at all.
they came into this world to be a role model. Well, maybe Halle, because she was a Disney princess, but I think it just upsets people that we're continuing to see the normalization of black women getting pregnant without a ring. And even the ones that you at least expect, that we expected to promote things like getting that ring before you get pregnant, they're even falling susceptible to the same thing.
Y'all normalize this baby mama culture a little too much. I saw this girl post on Twitter, I might have my baby when I was 16, but at least I'll be outside by 30. Baby, I don't want to be in no clubs at 30. I want to be young and turnt now in my 20s. I don't want to be carrying a carriage in the airport.
That's real.
I'm not going to lie to you. Every time I see a baby board my flight, I get tight. Cause
she said she gets tight. She sound like she from New York though.
Their ears pop, we gonna hear a whole lot of screaming, and them baby screams are not the one you can mute out with some Beat Studios. You gonna hear it right through that shit. Like, don't y'all want a ring?
She understandable though.
Y'all want,
I
like,
relate
some
to
type
her.
of commitment, like title, talking about it's okay if he doesn't want the kid. I want the kid. At your ripe age of 20, 21, 22, 23. And y'all be picking the brokest baby daddies. Why your baby daddy work at Foot Locker? He not even the manager. Your baby daddy makes $15 an hour. What be frying me is y'all don't even be waiting until y'all be stable to have kids. Y'all go right back to your mama house in your bedroom where you grew up in and make a little carrier right next to your bedside. You don't see a problem with that? Now you and your baby sharing the room you grew up in. I'm literally a nanny. Every day when I come into work, it literally reminds me why I'm so blessed that I don't have to come home to a coochie goblin. They cure my baby fever right up because having kids ain't easy. And then y'all don't only have one. Y'all have two.
It'd be multiple.
I'm just saying, how y'all having gender reveal parties before y'all having housewarmings? But don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger.
In terms of me mentioning it.
That's real though. That's real. Because how are you having? Hold on, I gotta think on that, because she said, how are you having gender reveals for a housewarming party? That's real though. That's understandable. Let her cook. But she said y'all be picking the brokest baby daddies though. I mean, she said, yo, your baby daddy working at Foot Locker for $15 an hour, or not even a manager. I mean, hey, at least bro was getting some type of money though. At least he's getting some type of money. She can have a baby daddy that's not working at all and trapping and selling drugs throughout the street versus having a job. Like, I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like some girls do be picking broke dudes to have their kids, but like, if he has a job and he's still trying to work for the kid, you and the kid, at the end of the day, I don't think it matter where he works at. As long as he working and getting money to provide for the kids and the family, though. As long as he trying to provide for the kid y'all just had. I feel like as long as he's working, it don't matter like where is he working at. It could be any 9 to 5, as long as it's paying well and decent. It don't matter. That's just my take, though. I mean, if he working in Foot Locker making 15, I don't think Foot Locker even pays 15 an hour. But if he's working a job and he trying to get money for y'all, I don't think it matter where the dude works at, to be honest. As long as he's working and trying to provide income for y'all.
Pookie and Ray Ray from earlier when I was speaking on Sky Jackson getting pregnant. That's what is most concerning.
This was really shocking. Sky Jackson getting pregnant, though. I was like,
pregnant by people that were also considered to be lower than them. The only person I'm going to excuse from this conversation would definitely have to be Halle Bailey. People come for DDG like nobody's business. I have like my thoughts and opinions on him, but people overall, this man is not like crazy. A brokey, a dusty. He's heavily and highly educated. He works his.
DDG been put on. I'm 22 years old, turning 23 in November. DDG, I've been watching DDG since he was in like. I've been watching DDG since he was in college, like graduating high school type thing, like college. When he had like Kennedy and all them different girls and the Essence and all that other stuff. I think the light skin girl Essence. Yeah, I've been watching DDG since I was in like middle school, like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I can't remember when DDG first started popping, but in middle school when DDG was like going up, he was doing vlogs in college. Then he dropped out. He seen he was making bread off YouTube. And then he ended up dropping off of college. I've been watching DDG for so long, ever since he was in high school or whatever like that. I mean, not high school, like going into college or in college or whatever like that. And then I'd even seen DDG blow up off rapping, like just start rapping, dissing folks and stuff, dissing this guy on YouTube rap, all that stuff. I've been seeing DDG forever. Like, I've been seeing him when he first started rapping. And people just hate on DDG just to hate on him, though. Just because DDG.
ASS off in order to be where he is today, and he grinds all the time. It may not be ideal to what y'all consider clocking in for a 9 to 5, but being on stream all day and making content all day, that's a job in itself. Like, I don't even do that. And he makes millions from that, okay? So I'm not going to call him a bum. But I will hold him accountable for not marrying a woman that you decided to get pregnant, but you want a second child with her, which he's openly said.
I want to have a kid very, very soon. I don't want Halo to be 10 and his little brother is 1. I feel like that defeats the entire purpose of having another kid. Like, me and my brother hella close because we're not that far in age. Maybe like in the next 2-3 years or so. If I don't have another kid within the next 4 years, I'm cool with just having Halo. One thing that I do not want to do is have baby mamas. If I was to have another kid, it definitely would be with the same person. Like, I don't want to have kids with multiple people.
That's understandable, but you also got to put a ring on the finger, though, gang.
The kid's not as close as the mother having another kid with another man. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because moms is like all weight. Like, everybody's going to be a mama's boy. I know Halo going to be a mama's boy. I'm a mama's boy to this day. Like, me and my brother obviously have different dads. He's dark skinned, I'm brown skinned. Like, it's obvious. But we got the same mom. So us having the same mom, we grew up in the same household 24/7. His dad is a deadbeat. My dad isn't. So my dad kind of raised my brother and my other brother that passed away. So it made all of us family.
The issue is that these women are with these men that do not consider them valuable enough to put a ring on their finger, but they find them valuable enough to go ahead.
That's why she didn't bring her Clarence and Queen.
We don't ever talk about the risk of pregnancy and how dangerous
Queen
being pregnant is in general. There are a multitude of complications that can happen during pregnancy, during childbirth, and after birth. There's obviously physical complications, but there's also mental illness that can happen. Some women go into psychosis after having a child, postpartum depression, they have hemorrhoids, blood clots, emergency C-sections, losing too much blood. There's so many different things that can go wrong when having a child. And the fact that these women that we deem to be considered such high class women are getting pregnant by men that don't find the value in them, that is what is so upsetting. I mean, like, look at Sky Jackson's baby daddy. Sky Jackson went from being in Band-Aid commercials, being a star on a hit Disney Channel show, Jessie, to being basically almost a household name, to dealing with a man that takes pictures in a gas station and openly disrespects her. A man,
what's wrong with taking pictures in the gas station?
When you're Zuri to Jessie, girl.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. That is crazy. I want to know, where is her baby daddy from? Like, what is he famous for? Like, what is he known for? Because I ain't going to lie. When I seen Sky Jackson being pregnant, I've never seen that dude a day in my life. I've never came across bro a day in my life. None of that. And the fact he disrespect her is crazy. That shouldn't be tolerated though. But I've never seen her baby daddy ever before though. But I mean, if she's happy, she's happy. I guess so. Like, who is this dude, bro? Like,
OTF, Exotic Boy Bud. Y'all know what the fuck going on?
Stop with him.
Yeah. Oh my God, y'all gotta get in here and check this out. The tea is piping hot because Sky Jackson just confirmed her pregnancy, but I found the Facebook account of her baby daddy, and this is like literally his third or fourth child, y'all. Now, he is apparently from Cincinnati, Ohio. And when I went snooping around on his Facebook account, I saw that he had a picture of a baby girl, and he captioned it "Daddy's Girl" on August 4th. Now, in addition to that, on Father's Day, which is June 16th, he said, "My baby told me to stop treating her like a baby. I told her she gonna always be daddy's baby. Happy Father's Day." Okay. Obviously, that's him in the background. And I'm not too sure if this is his child or not because the photo did not have a caption, but it was uploaded on June 16th, which is Father's Day as well. This is a photo of him holding a baby boy. Now, I definitely believe that this is his legit Facebook page because he just showed love to Sky Jackson getting photographed by a couple of paparazzi with her big pregnant belly.
Where did Sky Jackson find this dude at?
That this was his Facebook account.
Bro, where did Sky Jackson find this dude at, bro? Yerky. What is it, Yerky? Where did Sky Jackson find this dude at, my guy? She had to find him on a dating app, Tinder, or I don't know, bro. How did she find this dude? Simple.
Was this throwback picture of him in the middle here, and he has a couple of additional other photos, but this entire situation is also crazy, y'all. While I am not trying to rain on Sky's parade, I just thought it was interesting that he literally has all these kids, and this is her first one.
And then you have a Keke Palmer, who also is with this man that is... I try not to talk bad about people, y'all, but it seems like he's like a struggling actor versus her. She's more of an accomplished woman. People are looking at it as if these women are providing charity work to these men. And I think it goes back to the concept of the independent black woman. And black women are strong. We constantly push this rhetoric, y'all. I'm so tired of black women being seen as strong, but we openly allow that to happen. We think I'm successful, I don't need no man, so I'm just gonna get with anybody because I don't want to deal with a man that is too egotistical or is threatened by my successes. But unfortunately, typically the men that have less money are more threatened, and we've seen that with Keke Palmer. When her man went on Twitter when she was dancing with Usher, which I do think is a little inappropriate that she did that, but regardless, you correct your girl in private. He decided to go on the internet and expose her by saying, like, you're a mom, though, so why are you out there dancing on another man? Or Sky Jackson's man for making a Facebook post allegedly saying he's mad he got this dumb Disney bee pregnant. That dumb Disney bee had a whole lot of more accomplishments than him, I'm sure. But a lot of times these men are threatened by that, so they act out.
That man will get you pregnant just to prove to everybody that he slept with you.
That's
I done been around a bunch of guys that see a girl look good, big old butt, nice body, whatever. She pretty.
Okay,
spin. I'm gonna put a baby in her, so he can prove to everybody he slept with her. That's it. The son heals, the daughter heals. You wonder why these women big and pregnant in the hospital having a baby by themselves. Their mama might be there, their cousin there, or their daddy might be there to witness everything. But guess what? Their baby daddy ain't gonna sign a birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? He don't really want to be there for it like that. So I'm just telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? They want to have a record of a bunch of fine baby mamas on their side. That's it.
I mean, it's almost as if we...
Yeah, I really don't understand why dudes be doing that. You trying to prove you slept with her, got a cute, bad girl pregnant, and then...
Struggling. That's what's promoted.
You ain't trying to be in a kid's life. Like, what was the point, dog?
In the video,
that ain't right.
Documenting this exact rhetoric that I'm speaking on now. The concept that a woman is considered a superwoman when she has to struggle. The woman is a single mom just trying to make ends meet with her 2 babies. Or 3 babies. I don't remember the video fully, but it was a lot of kids she had in that video. And that's what made her a superwoman. When there's other qualifications that make women superwomen besides being a mother or besides struggling. But this is what's constantly pushed. However, we don't need to test if we're strong women or not by becoming baby mamas. I don't care how many ways you guys want to flip it and flop it. Being a baby mama is not ideal. Sorry, it's not. We need to start getting rings and getting to know our partners before we decide to procreate with them. Period, point blank. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. And the entire argument online of marriage is just a piece of paper pisses me off, okay? Because if marriage is just a piece of paper, what is money? Oh, okay. We need to stop with that argument in order to justify our bad decisions.
How come every time somebody says it's better to wait until you're married before you have kids, people are always like, well, he can still leave you even if you're married. He can still leave you. Duh! Duh.
Mm-hmm.
The same way you can still die in a car accident even if you have your seatbelt on. But it's probably still a good idea to put that seatbelt on when you get in the car, right?
Yeah.
Marriage protects you and gives you benefits that being a baby mama does not.
She cooking.
Okay? So if you want to be a baby mama, that's your call. You're grown. You can do whatever you want. But stop trying to make women who want to wait until they're married before they have kids sound like they're crazy. Thank you.
We all know that being married does not mean that you're not going to be a single mother. We get that, okay? I know people say that argument all the time. Like, even if you're married, you still can be a single mom. And they say that because you can get divorced, or in the marriage, the husband's not supportive. But that's why we need to start vetting our partners a little bit better. I know a lot of you say you don't really know a man until you get pregnant by him. I can see that to a certain extent, but I think there's little signs that women, us as women, yes, we choose to ignore all for the sake of love. No. Try to vet your partners a little bit differently and pay attention to signs that are considered red flags. That can save you from a lot of trouble. The issue is that a lot of women will accept a whole bunch of baggage and a whole bunch of red flags or yellow flags, whatever y'all want to call it, just to say they got a man. Once I see one red flag, baby, I am chucking the deuces. Now, I already basically went into this topic by now, but my next and final point is, how exactly do we stop this cycle? As a Black woman at the ripe age of 23, almost 24 in
She's 23?
I unfortunately can say that I have been to more baby showers than I've been to weddings. Thankfully, the first woman in my
That's understandable though.
cousins is getting married.
I can't remember the last time I actually been to a wedding. I've been to
so far, so good.
I haven't been to baby showers. So I don't think I've been to baby showers as long as
I say that to
last
say
wedding.
My white
I've been to baby
peers,
showers
as
so
y'all
long.
know, I've said it many times. I've went to a very Caucasian school. They are getting engaged. They are going to weddings.
That's
they are in
understandable.
weddings like nobody's business, and we're all the same age. My birthday's a little late, but everybody's like 23, well, probably 24 and 25 now, and they're doing all of this. I'm seeing the engagement rings. I'm seeing the bachelorette parties. I'm seeing the bridal showers. I'm seeing the weddings, obviously. I'm seeing it all. And I am well aware that this is not deciphered that these are happy marriages or happy engagements and happy bachelorette parties. But I can at least say that it is clear as day that white women are getting the rings and Black women were not. Now, my close peers, okay, none of them have children yet. We have been doing good so far, okay? And these women are
none of my peers have
intelligent, beautiful.
kids either,
Some
so
come
I
from
don't know.
two-parent households. Some come from just healthy households in general, whether their parents are together or not. But they are struggling, including me, to find a good partner. Why is that? Well, that is because our community is struggling to see the importance of marriage. Black women and men, please go get therapy, y'all. Please go get therapy. We can't allow our past traumas to continue cursing and affecting our future generations. While marriage doesn't guarantee a perfect family and the white picket fence, they do often provide a stronger foundation for our future children, which is our future generation. And with that stronger foundation, it allows stability, growth, and happiness when both parents are actively involved. Yes, that doesn't mean that you have to be married, but at least being actively involved. Whereas the baby mama and baby daddy culture just continuously promotes toxicity, which ultimately hurts everybody involved.
That's why I don't have time. I told you I don't have
child.
time to deal with baby
Not
mama
even
drama.
including,
I just want
especially the
one woman and get married.
Say, having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex.
That
And
ain't
this
no
is
flex.
coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? When I was pregnant with my daughter, I went through the whole pregnancy by myself. Ain't nobody going me to no appointments, no baby shower, no gender reveal. When my water broke, I got us to the hospital and from the hospital. And I can go on and on about my baby daddy. F my baby dad. F my baby dad. But I slept with him. So what kind of woman did that make me? A crazy motherfucker. Okay? You way too beautiful, way too smart, way too intelligent to be going through something like that. So live your soft girl life. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you too good to be a baby mama. You right. Because us strong Black women not strong because we choose to be. We strong because we have to be.
I'm going to
So why
let
she
you
doing her
guys
eyes
know
like
some
that?
great benefits of marriage. You'll have emotional support. Statistics show that women are less likely to suffer through postpartum when they have a supportive partner on their side. That's an ongoing and crazy changing chapter. So I'm not surprised that a lot of women suffer from mental illness after adjusting to becoming a mother. Having a partner helps and allows women to adjust to this new chapter of their life. And it's not just that. It allows both men and women to be able to lean on each other and learn and grow from each other. We have, of course, financial stability. Children are more inclined to have higher educational achievements. There's a lower risk of poverty, and your child is more likely and inclined to enter into happy and healthy relationships. And that's because they need to see examples at home of that. Another component of breaking the baby mama culture is that we need to promote safe sex. I'm not going to tell you
That's
whether or not you
That's
should
real.
be having casual hookups or relationships. Y'all use a condom, please. Get on your birth control. Do something to avoid the outcome of creating a child in a toxic environment. And let's be clear, this isn't just about avoiding unwanted pregnancies. It's also about avoiding unwanted STDs and STIs, okay? Y'all
That's
clearly
real.
seem to forget that one. And I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. Choose better partners. This is why I don't promote casual sex. But even if you are being
I don't
casual
do
with
no
somebody,
casual
please
sex.
make sure who you are sleeping with, you can see them as a potential parent to your child. Pookie and Ray Ray are not going to be stable figures in your child's life. I'm almost certain. Date intentionally, and maybe, just maybe, you'll have a happy marriage and have a healthy co-parent. But that co-parent you're actually with. Because we be pushing that a lot too. The co-parenting thing. I'm so tired of hearing the word co-parent. Child, oh my gosh. I'm tired of it. And I want to be clear, because I see so many people talking about, well, marriage is terrible and a wedding ring doesn't mean anything. It can be just as bad as being a single mother. Not all marriages need to be insufferable and miserable, okay? That does not need to be the case. If you both are actively trying and want the relationship to work and have respect for one another and want to grow with one another, beautiful things can happen. And I get that I'm single. Heck, I don't even have a boyfriend yet, y'all. I get it. But I think honestly, sometimes the single ones are the smartest ones because we're choosing intentionally, date intentionally, and you'll be a lot happier. Social media has glamorized the concept of baby mama and baby daddy culture far too long. And we as a Black community and as a people need to start shifting our focus to more positive aspects of relationship instead of constantly promoting the negative ones that are continuing to contribute to traumatic cycles, which inevitably harm our children and our future generations of children. All right, you guys, so that is the end of today's video. And that is why I said that it seems like baby mama culture is seemingly never ending, because everybody is getting pregnant again and again. Protect your womb, ladies, okay? It will save you a lot of stress in the long run. I'm sure we've heard from so many baby mamas that have said that being a baby mama is not ideal and it is not a fun.
Alright, so that's it for the end of the video. That was baby mama culture. Will never stop. Are we not tired? And she has some great takes talking about the crack epidemic with President Nixon back in the day. How the men were working, going out working. The wives were housewives, whatever like that. White picket fence, whatever, all that other stuff. And until the law came around where most of the target with drug charges to target African American, Latinos, and other things of that nature. And this is a great video. I don't mind. I might watch another one of her videos. I mess with her video. I mess with her takes. Even though she really didn't bash nobody, she didn't bash men either. But she was just saying like the girls need to choose wisely, not a dusty, broke baby daddy and all that. She didn't really try to go too harsh on them. But like I said, I just feel like as me being a young male, 22 years old, I don't look to have no kid no time soon or any of that. I feel like my thought process behind this is I want to be able to have I want to get married first. My whole goal is to get married. I date to marry. I don't date to just have sneaky link situationships, situationships, however you say it, and all that situationships, sneaky links, none of that. I date to marry. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not dating just I'm not just hooking up with folks and none of that. I don't got time to do that. I have a grown person mindset. Like I think older, like I'm dating to marry, like literally. I'm dating to marry. I'm not dating to just for a couple months, couple years. Like I'm dating. If I'm trying to date with somebody, if I'm over here trying to mess with somebody, get to know somebody, I'm dating to marry. Literally, I'm dating to marry. Like literally, I'm being so for real. Cause I want to get date. build a connection. I'm not doing no Queen and Clarence, no dating for 8, 6, 7, 8 years, 2 kids, 1 to 2 kids. I'm not doing none of that. I don't got time to do none of that. Cause I get irritated fast. I don't have the patience to have like 2, 3, 4, 5 different baby mamas. I'm trying to get married, then have a kid. That's just my mindset. That's the goal for me to get married, provide for my family, whatever like that. Provide my kids, the wife, my mother, and my kids, my wife, and all that other stuff, and then take care of them in a 2-parent household, not having a single parent household, none of that. And I'm not trying to do any of that co-parenting shit, none of that other stuff. So I'm trying to get married, have a kid at the end of the day, get married, have a kid, and have a couple kids at the end of the day, and live my life to the fullest with my family, and have a great, happy family and a stable family. If I feel like me and my wife or whatever are on the verge of getting divorced, like, okay, we could try to fix some things, but also we're going to go to therapy. We got to go to couple therapy, because I don't want to have to feel like we are separating apart, moving apart, like growing apart or whatever like that. Because I want to be able to be sticking. I want to be able to be stuck like glue together, like literally. Not to the point like it's aggravating and irritating any of that. I just feel like I don't know. I just want to have a 2-parent household, literally. I just want to be married. I know it's also some things that play in effect, like some people got to get divorced and all that other stuff, like, cause it's different factors that play in it. But from my personal opinion, I want to get married and have a kid and have family, have some kids, have a great healthy family relationship and all that other stuff, and then go to therapy with my wife or whatever like that, so we can learn how to get more connected. Sometimes people doesn't always need therapy, but sometimes get connected and all that other stuff. That's just how I think. So goal for me to get married first and all that. And please stop looking up to these influencers. Please, like, stop looking up the Future, Young Boy, Nick Cannon, all that other stuff. Summer Walker, Ari, I guess. Who else? Who else? Jada. I don't know. Just don't be looking at these influencers, because I ain't gonna lie. Social media is corrupting your brain. If you think being a baby daddy or baby mama cool, that's just not cool at all, bro. Literally, that shit is not. I mean, I know they provide. They still, like, the baby daddy still provide for their kids or whatever like that. Baby mama still provide for the kid, but none of that baby mama culture, baby mama. None of that baby mama culture, baby daddy culture is not cool at all. Like, that shit literally not. That's not my mindset. I just want to get married and have kids, and not worry about no baby mama drama, none of that. I told you I don't have time for that, because I crash out, whatever like that, pull out Aaron the plumber. I ain't ready. Can't favor anybody. It's like, nah. But like, nah, I'm just chilling though. As of right now, I plan on getting married by at least, having kids by at least 30, late 20s, 30, 31, getting married soon or whatever like that, because I date to marry. I don't date to just hook up, have sex with one another girl or whatever like that, multiple girls. None. I don't got time for that. I'm too old. It getting to a point, I think, with my mindset, I'm getting too old to just be trying to sleep with a girl or whatever like that. If we talking whatever like that, either we gonna work out and try to date to get married, or we not gonna work out and we just gonna have to cut ties or whatever like that. Simple as that. That's just how I think about it. But that's it for the interview. That was baby mama culture. Will never stop. I'm sorry, I was ranting for a little minute. It's gonna be a long little video. But that's it for the interview. Y'all boys like and subscribe. We'll see y'all later. Peace.